Hello everyone and welcome to my Heal Firebrand guide. Uh, Everything aside from the gear is accurate, so you can use. However, the stats on the gear, in my case, is going to be minstrels with Dwayne runes. If you don't want to tank, you can run, for example, Harrier gear with monk runes, and that's going to be just fine. I'm running Minstrel and Duenas because of the added vitality and toughness. And since I need healing power because I'm also a healer, Duena runes, healing power, etc. The weapons, you want staff, mace, shield, one axe, and one hammer, and just change around what you need, etc. I would personally always keep staff, and if I need to change a weapon, I would replace the mace and shield set. When it comes to offhand, there's only shield to really have. The rest is useless. When it comes to traits, since I'm running mace, I'm running the invigorated bulwark. But if you don't run mace, you can possibly run the other two. Just choose what you think is best. And when it comes to the other traits, everything basically makes sense. Like Wreath of Persistence, basically without this trait, your symbols are basically useless, so I just use this. You could argue that this is better because of the added healing power. However, in my opinion, I might as well have, my symbols do something instead of being straight up useless. I use the Honorable Staff because I use staff, pretty much. I use Master of Consecrations because the other two are useless, and since I'm a healer, I want to boost my F2 ability, passive, so I just run this, and Lore Master makes it so my F2 passive is always here even if I use my F2. So yep, my F2 is a big part of my healing power, so yeah. When it comes to Quickness, I use the Heal Mantra and Quickness Mantra. The Heal Mantra gives Aegis, so when I use it, I proc this trait and this trait too. And yeah, so yeah. When it comes to utility skills, so the first two ones are obviously Heal Mantra and Quickness Mantra, and then you have kind of a choice to make between the two here. And you have Mantra of Lore for Condy Cleanse and Regen. You have Merciful Intervention for more healing and rest potential. You have Will of Reflect if you ever need Reflect. You have Purging Flames for Condy Cleanse. You have Sanctuary for Omega BXCC with a hyper long cooldown. You have Retreat for River of Souls to protect Desmina. Stand Your Ground if you ever need stability. Bane Signet if you need CC a little bit more. Hammer of Wisdom is the CC is so long that you need two hammers. Otherwise, just run Bane Signet. You have Signet of Mercy to rest people from afar. Bow of Truth to just heal. And Shield of Avenger for Bone Skinner and Cairn. When it comes to Tome skills, you want Chapter 3 on F1 for CC. The rest is basically damage, but since you're barely barely doing any damage, there's not really much point of talking about them. Like if you have done your Chapter 3 and still have leftover shit to do and you don't need a second CC, you can just spam everything else and it's gonna be just fine. On your F2, 1 heals, 4 heals, 2 is Condy Cleanse, 5 is Condy Cleanse, and 3 is just some boons. If you have nothing else to do, you can just press 3 and it's better than nothing. On F3, you have Stability on 1, Stability on 5. 1 is just a cone, so it's not really that good, and 5 is around you in a big AoE, so it's a bit better. Then you have CC, Reflect, and Resistance. Resistance is actually like one of the most OP skills in the game, in my opinion, like buffs in the game. Just ignores any condition, so it's pretty useful. When it comes to food, you have a couple of choices actually. Iron, peppermint, and rice balls, because peppermint is super cheap. But if you want, you can run like bountiful oil for more healing power, or basically anything that has more healing power or concentration is viable. And I run delicious rice balls because I'm a healer. If you have access to the ascended version of this healing food, just go for it. It's better. When it comes to rotation, this is basically a support class, so it's not much to know. But like on Mace, like you heal with your last auto attack. So if you auto attack on Mace, you want to do the third auto attack at least, and just keep up to the Mace symbol like at all times, just because it's more healing. If you don't stand like in the middle of the hitbox, you're not gonna be able to heal your DPS players. So you have to stand like very close to the boss to actually hit people. When it comes to staff, if you ever swap off staff and you want to be like, for example, on hammer all the time, you can, for example, just auto attack on hammer, then swap to staff, do 4, 2, 3, or 4, 3, 2, it doesn't matter, and then just wait for your staff 4 to be ready again. So do 2. There we go. Now you can just go swap to your other weapon, so like axe, hammer, or mace. Just do whatever. What it allows is if you swap after doing the second empower, you will have the empower again when you swap back to staff. If you do it too early, you actually like kind of waste one staff 4. So if you have time and don't need to swap right away, wait until you have done 2 empowers for might and healing, and then you can swap back to your weapon of choice. And that's about it for this guide. Yeah, there's not much to say. So yeah, have fun and see you in raids. Bye bye.